Hello everyone, my name is Natasha, and today I will talk about how I use AI to help me learn English. English is very important for my future, especially for my education and career. However, learning English is not easy for me. I had several problems when I tried to improve my English skills. So today, I will share how AI tools help me learn English more effectively. My learning problems are before using AI, I faced many problems when learning English. First, I was very afraid to speak English. I was worried that I would make mistakes, especially in grammar and pronunciation. Because of that, I often stayed silent and avoided speaking English. Second, I didn't have anyone to practice with. My friends also rarely use English in daily conversations, so I didn't have the opportunity to practice speaking. This made my speaking skills very weak. Another problem was that I often forgot vocabulary easily. Even when I learned new words, I couldn't remember them for a long time because I didn't use them in real situations. I also felt unmotivated sometimes. Learning English felt difficult and confusing, so I didn't enjoy the process. Because of all of these problems, I felt stuck and my English did not improve significantly. AI tools that I use are ChatGPT and Gemini. The first AI tool I use is ChatGPT. I use ChatGPT to practice conversations. For example, I ask it to simulate daily conversations like talking to a friend. I also use it to check my grammar and improve my writing. I choose ChatGPT because it is fast, interactive, and always available. This tool helps me become more confident because I can practice without feeling embarrassed. The second AI tool I use is Gemini. I use Gemini to ask questions and understand difficult topics. For example, when I don't understand grammar, I ask Gemini to explain it in a simple way. I also use it to learn new vocabulary and example sentences. I choose Gemini because it gives clear explanations and helps me understand English better. For my experience before using AI, I was very afraid to speak English. I didn't have anyone to practice with, so I almost never spoke English in my daily life. I only memorized vocabulary and grammar, but I didn't know how to use them in real situations. Because of that, I made mistakes and felt embarrassed when I tried to speak. After I started using AI, my learning habits changed. I began practicing English every day using ChatGPT, even for a short time. I also used Gemini to understand the grammar and vocabulary more clearly. Slowly, I became more confident and I was not afraid of making mistakes anymore. Now, I can speak more naturally and express my ideas better. My learning strategy are now I use a better learning strategy. First, I practice speaking with ChatGPT every day. Second, I use Gemini to understand grammar and vocabulary more clearly. Third, I review what I learned regularly. I learned that AI is helpful, but I still need to practice actively. For my reflection, after using I realized something very important about learning English. At first, I thought that AI could solve all of my problems. However, I learned that AI is only a tool and it cannot replace my effort. The most important thing is still my consistency and willingness to practice. Before, I only focused on memorizing vocabulary and grammar, but now I understand that practice is more important than just a theory. Also started to understand my learning style better. I learn more effectively when I practice speaking, ask questions, and actively using the language. Another important change is my confidence. I am no longer afraid of making mistakes because I know that mistakes are part of the learning process. In the future, even if I don't use I believe I can continue learning English by myself because I already have a better strategy. In conclusion, AI has helped me learn English in a more effective and enjoyable way. It not only helps me improve my vocabulary and grammar, but also increases my confidence in speaking. With the help of tools like ChatGPT and Gemini, I can practice anytime and get immediate feedback. However, I also learned that AI is not everything. The most important thing is how I use it and how consistent am I in practicing. Learning English is a long process and it requires effort, patience, and motivation. I recommend using AI as a learning partner, not just as a tool to get answers. By using AI wisely and practicing regularly, I believe anyone can improve their English skills. That is for now. Thank you for listening.